But joining me in studio right now, they might be excellent basketball players. I have no idea. But I'll bet you they would probably still lose to the Globetrotters. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they are the Washington Generals of regional theater, I guess.
That's right. Ouch.
No. Of course not. No, they're the Globetrotters of regional theater.
Thank you.
Cabrillo Music Theater. You've heard them here on the radio before. They're in studio once again with another fantastic production. Louis Wilkenfeld is here as the artistic director. Louis, how are you?
Great. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. We also have one of the stars of the new production, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, in studio with us as well. That's Natalie Storrs. She's Lucy. Natalie, hi.
Hi there.
Who wants to tell me about this show?
I'll let Natalie do it.
Natalie, give me right on the spot right there.
And
so
then
Natalie,
I'll just correct you whatever goes wrong.
Sounds good.
we know it's the Peanut story. Lots of and the show is kind of structured, if I recall correctly, as kind of like a comic strip, like a series of vignettes, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's a series of vignettes that literally takes the comic strips of Charles Schulz, the Peanuts comic strips, and puts them up on stage for an audience, and it's a musical, and so it's thrown in some really wonderful music and great dancing, and you get to see a day in the life of Charlie Brown through different comic strips and all the iconic characters
like Lucy.
Let's
start with Lucy. May as well. Lucy's
the star of the show.
Right,
That's
pretty
right.
much the star of the show. Lucy's take on Charlie Brown and on what happens in the show is what?
Lucy's take on Charlie Brown is that he is
a huge loser.
Failure face?
Yeah.
A failure face.
Okay.
Yes, a failure face. He is the epitome of a failure, and not that she gives up on him, but that she also has a lot of advice for him.
Which she dispenses behind her stand, right?
Right behind the 5 cent stand.
Okay.
And as she does to pretty much all of the other characters in the show as well.
Naturally.
Isn't it amazing that in the context of Charles Schulz, that he put in a comic strip that people would read for entertainment, psychiatry, sibling rivalry, spouting philosophy. Remember the first Charlie Brown Christmas when Linus reads from the New Testament on stage, and then he sucks his thumb and holds his blanket. I mean, that was kind of revolutionary in comic strips,
and it's something that we see a lot now with I think of things like South Park, with the kids being a lot wiser beyond their years. That's something that Charles Schulz started with Peanuts.
Yeah,
he
exactly.
did, and I feel like it's the most poignant way to get across these life truths, is because kids are the most honest people in the world.
What is I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No,
I was going to ask you, what is Lucy's kind of big breakout song? What's the song that when you think of that's most attributed to Lucy from the show?
There are two.
Okay. You have two of them.
I do.
Lucky
There's
you.
more than that.
Well, if we're talking about big breakout songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first one that happens is Schroeder, where she's singing about how she's dreaming about marrying Schroeder and how wonderful this life is going to be, and he wants nothing to do with it, because that's Lucy's one weakness in all of the Peanuts world. Is Schroeder. Right. The second big breakout song, I think, that really defines who Lucy is called Little Known Facts, and it's where she's taking Linus around and teaching him about the world. Facts like, do you see that bird? It's called an eagle, but since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. And on Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
Yes. So it's the wrong kind of facts.
Right.
But she knows everything.
Yeah. And no one is more confident of that than Lucy, I think. We're talking about You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, the new production at Cabrillo Music Theater. They're down in Thousand Oaks in the Fred Cavalli Theater. Cavalli?
Cavali.
I will never get that right.
Sorry, you got my name right, though. You got my name right. Cavali.
Cavali.
Yes. It's at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza, that building right on the 101 freeway.
It's exactly how it looks, and I don't know why that always messes me up.
It's okay.
For the Fred Cavalli Theater, right off the 101.
Exactly.
And you can't miss it. It's right there off the freeway. We're going to talk more with. Can you guys hang out for a little bit?
Absolutely.
Very good. We'll talk more with Louis and with Natalie here in just a bit. Got to run and do a traffic update. We'll do that in 60 seconds. Keep it here. AM 1220 KHTS.
Do you need space? Space to teach? Space to hold a workshop? Space to hold a meeting? Keneally Acupuncture might be just the space you're looking for. They offer a warm environment and affordable rates for everyone. Plenty of parking is available. They also have reduced rates for nonprofit organizations. Keneally Acupuncture has a central location off of Soledad at Camp Plenty in Canyon Country. Call Keneally Acupuncture at 252-4100 for more information.
If you've been considering a new truck, you owe it to yourself to see the brand new F-150. From its best-in-class towing and hauling capability to the roomy interior with 6 extra inches of legroom, you'll clearly understand that this truck raises the bar. You'll love all the new features. If you want the ultimate in capability, comfort, innovation, and safety, the new F-150 will be your next truck. Stake your claim on your new truck today at Power Ford on Creekside in Valencia.
Your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.
Another traffic update with traffic every 10 minutes. Let's take a look across Santa Clarita. Earlier problem on the 5 southbound. It's listed as Gavin Canyon. That's just past Cowgrove Boulevard before you get to the 514 interchange there. Had an earlier crash with 3 vehicles. They were blocking lanes. Now they're over on the right shoulder. So that's out of lanes, but still showing some slow traffic on that 5 southbound because of the road construction that Caltrans is doing there. So it was off and on slow, backed up from Magic Mountain Parkway, it looks like, and it might still be just that slow. So the accident's cleared, but the Caltrans construction still has things very slow there. 14 freeway, both directions, northbound, southbound, wide open, not showing any problems there. 405 freeway is looking good. Off and on slowness a little bit around the 101, but closer to home, doing very well. Let us know if you see a problem. 298-KHTS, 298-5487. As far as I can tell, not much traffic on the way to Thousand Oaks, which segue, we turn that around, and
Happy about that.
we're because we got to go back there. But Cabrillo Music Theater, they're in Thousand Oaks at the Fred Cavley Theater. There it is.
Well done, Jason.
And we're in studio right now with Louis Wilkenfeld. He is the artistic director, and Natalie Storrs. She is the star of the show. Lucy. She'll say, no, I'm not the star of the show.
You're
But
a
Louis,
good
you
woman,
and I...
Lucy.
Yeah.
That's the way she wanted to call it.
She may not be in the title, but
No.
we still think of her as the star. What's your background in theater, Natalie? Where have you come from before this?
You know, it's really funny actually being back at Cabrillo specifically because I grew up doing community theater with my family. I come from a family of people who love to perform and sing. I was a dancer since I was 3 and a singer just in general with my mom and family. I actually did 2 of my 2 first professional shows were at Cabrillo.
Nice.
When I was 10 years old. I did Bye Bye Birdie and I did Gypsy. And both directed by Louis.
Yes, I'm old.
This is a very symbiotic thing. It's the circle of life. We come back, and
20 years from now, I'll be directing her kids.
right, and the circle
only
will
hope.
continue. So you did those first 2 shows,
Yeah,
and
then I continued doing theater, really focused on acting in high school, and ended up at the USC School of Theater.
Okay.
And studied in London at the British American Drama Academy as well.
very good.
And
So
now she's back at Cabrillo
now-
after 15 years since
Yes.
she first
look
showed.
at that. Look at that.
Happy to be back in my hometown.
Nice to be back. Yeah, it is. It could kind of come back and come back. There is a few more shows left. The run started last weekend.
Correct.
And we have our next performance tomorrow night.
Yeah, we have 5 shows left. Special Valentine's Day show. It's at 7:30 in the evening. Bring your sweetheart.
And then you have a Friday night show at 8.
8 o'clock, and 2 shows on Saturday, 2 and 8, and a final matinee on Sunday at 2 p.m.
People, I think, who haven't been to Cabrillo will be surprised by, well, not surprised, I guess, but
No, they're still surprised.
maybe they'll be
I'll
still
be
be
glad
surprised.
when they're not surprised at how good our show is.
right. The quality of the theater that you guys do in the San Fernando Valley, as opposed to, people think that they have to go over the hill, they have to go over into Hollywood, or they have to go to New York or to London to go see quality shows. But you guys are doing them every few weeks.
We had a woman come to the show on opening night as a guest of somebody. She'd never been to a Cabrillo show. At intermission, she's screaming at me, "This is like Broadway." I can't do the accent right, but it's a very New York accent. "This is like Broadway." And I was like, "Thank you. You don't have to scream."
Right.
Tell your friends, though.
Yeah, pass that along.
Yes, so we're very proud of the show. It's a phenomenal cast. 6 people in the show. They're all, like Natalie, almost as good, and they're very, very great group, and they just work so well together. It's like watching a machine that's been together for many years.
Right.
Yeah, and one of the guy who plays Charlie Brown, Dane Byron, actually is a graduate of Cal Arts.
Okay,
Right
just
here.
Right
just
up here.
here up the hill. Very good. Coming up after You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, what's next?
We've got Grease in April 12th through the 21st. It's being directed by Barry Pearl, who was in the movie of Grease. He was Duty.
Oh,
I
okay.
will bring him to you, and we'll
Nice.
we'll have some fun in a month or so.
Very
and
good.
he's directing it. Kelly Ward, who was Putsy in the movie, is choreographing it.
Oh.
You can decide if you want to see a show directed by Duty and Putsy. And
Why not?
Adrian Zmed, if you'll remember, Adrian Zmed is going to be in it. He's going to make an appearance as Teen Angel. He sings Beauty School Dropout.
Oh, wow. So there's a lot of tie-ins. With
And
the,
that's right. And then
original
we're going to
Grease.
finish up in the summer with Legally Blonde, the musical, which has never been done in the venue. It'll be the regional professional premiere.
Oh, very good. And at each of these shows, you guys are helping to promote animal rescue, obviously.
Yes, it's a very passionate project for us. It started back during Cats. Whenever we have a show that's tied to animals, we invite animal rescue organizations to line up outside our theater. We have 3 or 4 per performance, and they bring their pets that need homes. We bring one of them on stage before the show. Our goal is to get as many of them adopted as possible, and it's been very successful. We've had dozens of animals adopted so far. We're going to do it again the rest of this weekend and through Legally Blonde.
Very good.
Because these animals need to find homes.
I agree. CabrilloMusicTheater.com
Yes,
is the website.
and Ticketmaster or at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza box office. But people who living out here should go to CabrilloMusicTheater.com, click on the link. It'll take you to Ticketmaster, and we would love to have everybody join us. It's a fun show.
Theater with an R-E. We also have
Yes.
links and stuff at our website, hometownstation.com. If you missed any part of that, just call us or go to our website. You can find Cabrillo through there as well. The show continuing through Sunday. Shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tickets available for You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown right now, starring Natalie. And Lewis will be there.
Come see me in the lobby. If anybody's listening to this, come see me in the lobby and say, I heard about it on KHTS.
Yeah, why not?
And you
Please do
can
it.
stay
Oh,
right
yeah.
after the show and meet all of the characters.
Yeah,
'cause
they're
they
all
come
coming out
right
to see the audience. It's been
afterwards.
great. At
So
every
you can
show.
meet Natalie too.
You
Yep.
can meet Natalie there too.
We'll probably meet Natalie first, and then we'll come over to you, Lewis. No
And that-
offense,
and
but I would
that's how
imagine
it should be.
That's exactly how it should
exactly
be.
right.
Cabrillo Music Theater. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for having us here.
Appreciate you doing it. 3:25. We've got more on the way. Keep it.